Hey everybody, it's Dee Dee back again with another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing Cutting for Stone. Cutting for Stone is by Abraham Verghese. Now, this book is absolutely amazing. Okay, it's an amazing book. It is a must-read book. Okay, so if you like reading adult books, or if you're I don't know. For people who are just thinking about reading adult books, this is probably not the book for you because it's a little bit too, it's maybe a bit too much for someone who's just embarking on reading adult books. The book, it has quite a lot of surgical procedures are described in this book. The storyline takes place in basically three or four different countries: the U.S., Yemen, Eritrea, and primarily in Ethiopia. So you get all of the, descriptions of the countryside, of the way people live, what the people eat, the different health problems people have. And amongst all of this, you have this story of these twin boys, Shiva and Marion. Now, I'm going to read you the back of the book so you can have an idea of what it's about without me telling you too much. But it says that Marion and Shiva Stone, born in a mission hospital in Ethiopia in the 1950s, are twin sons of an illicit union between an Indian nun and British doctor. Bound by birth, but with widely different temperaments, they grow up together in a country on the brink of revolution until a betrayal splits them apart. But fate has not finished with them. They will be brought together once more in the sterile surroundings of a hospital theater. From the 1940s to the present, from a convent in India to a cargo ship bound for the Yemen, from a tiny operating theater in Ethiopia to a hospital in the Bronx, this is both a richly visceral epic and a riveting family story. Even one of the quotes at the bottom is from The Independent. It says, "This is a big book, and along with Naples, Woe, and Dickens, there is also a strong flavor of William Boyd in Verghese's lovely book, There is a Heart to be Uncovered." Okay, so amazing. I was blown away by this book. I don't think I've read anything like this before, because it really is, it shows you a lot about the vocation of being a surgeon, or just to be a doctor in general, the vocation of it, because it's not like, you become a doctor because you say, oh, I really like medicine. It's a vocation. There's some jobs in the world that are really, you have to be devoted to that job. And that's what makes you do it so well. And this book is amazing how he has managed to combine medicine along with culture, African culture, and family difficulties. It's amazing. And it really is a worthwhile read. Now, some people can say some things about this book and a more feminist tone to the book, but like against it. But I'm not the first one to start putting a feminist spin on books, because you could put a feminist spin on Wuthering Heights if you really wanted to. But no, this book is well worth the read. You can really learn a lot of things about a lot of different medical procedures and things. Illnesses that people suffer from. It is wonderful. It is beautifully written. This is a vintage book. The cover's okay, but the only problem is it's just reproduced again on the back. I would have preferred them to do one that wrapped all the way around as well. But yeah, this book came out, I think it was in 2009, and I don't think I heard anyone rave about it. So I would say this is probably an underrated book. I mean, it really is worth reading. So, yeah, very different, but well worth the 530 something pages. So check that out. Now, my next review is on a book which I think most of you have read as well. This one is a YA book. It's called Speak, and it's by Laurie Halse Anderson. Now, I don't have the book with me because I loaned it to a friend who absolutely wanted to read it. But that book is about a young girl whose name is Melinda, and Melinda is just starting high school. Now, there's been something that has happened during the summer that has changed Melinda and has changed the way her friends view her. So when she goes to her first day of high school, her friends don't want to talk to her anymore. Other kids at the school don't want to talk to her. She becomes an outcast the moment she sets foot on the school bus, basically. So you will read the book and not know exactly what's happened to Melinda that's made her become an outcast in the eyes of her friends. But not only does she become an outcast, but her only way of protecting herself is to not speak. So she doesn't talk anymore. She doesn't even talk to her parents. But the thing that's very interesting is that even though she's not speaking, she's thinking. And you're reading exactly what she's thinking. And it's great. Because you have a bit of humor in this book. You have sadness in this book. You have this idea of this adolescent who has a very good grasp of what's happening around her, probably more so than some of her other adolescent friends. And it is, oh wow, it's such a wonderful read. That as a YA, that is a YA that I really, really have enjoyed reading. It's a book that you can read in one sitting because it's only, I think it's 198 pages or something like this. Very short, but the writing style is short, concise, and direct, and that's what gives it its power. I think is the way it's written, because it is written in a very authentic adolescent fashion. It's not a book that is outdated or anything. Even though the book I think it was published in 1999, it's still, it's quite relevant to today. So if you haven't read Speak, I say go and have a read of that, because it's really, really good. And it's a fast read. So it might be good to read that if you've got like 100 and something books to read as your challenge for the 2013. You can have a read of Speak, and you will really enjoy it as well. So that's my 2 reviews for today. I hope everybody's enjoying their books. I'm still reading Harry Potter because I had to stop to read Cutting for Stone, but I hope to be back with a review of Harry Potter within the next couple days. Okay, bye-bye. See you then.